Hey guys, so I got one of these small diesel heaters. So this is pretty much everything that comes in the kit from Vevor. You got your, I'm guessing, I don't know how to, your exhaust. Well, it's not your exhaust, but it's your hot air out. Sucks cold air from here, goes through the motor. From what I can see, basically there's like two systems, right? There's the cold air getting sucked in here, transferring to hot air, and then being pumped out. And then there's the generator. The generator has its air intake here. The air intake, I've seen from a bunch of videos that it's not super important. It's basically just a screen mesh in here. You can stick it in. It'll help contaminants from getting, like big things from getting inside the motor. This is your fuel line. I find that a bit weird that it's super close like that, but I mean, as long as it's not near the exhaust, which this is the exhaust for the diesel heater. So basically you stick it in there, put a clamp, and then it also comes with this nice silencer, so you stick the silencer on. Anyways, I can't do it with one hand there, but silencer on, and then it shoots the bad diesel air out. So Vevor contacted me a couple weeks ago and they're asking me if I wanted to review one of these things. I said sure, like I'll try it out. Worst case, like, I don't know, it'll sit in the corner of the shop. But right now, to heat up my garage, I have that little electric heater right over there. It's a 220, I don't remember the BTUs and stuff. I actually still have the box. So it's a 240, 16,000 BTU. And it does not heat up this garage at all. Like, it'll heat it up, like bring it down a couple of degrees. I think maybe because it's too high and I would need a ceiling fan to drop the air down. But it just like kills the frost, basically. I just turn it on, 20 minutes later I come in. This is actually not made to heat up a garage, but I am gonna try to heat up my garage with this and see how it goes. So some guys, what they do is they use these 4 mounting holes, and they'll build like a thing, and then they'll cut a hole for the exhaust, build a plate, and have the exhaust go outside. So I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm just gonna like open the window or the garage door and just stick the exhaust underneath it just to see how it heats. But the plan also with this is kind of maybe use it in the Drift Evo. So if you look at the manual, it actually says like inside compartments and stuff, and like that's pretty much how it's built, the motor. So what I'm thinking is, since the fuel tank for this car is in the trunk, I actually have these 2 access panels, that one there, and that the battery's not going to be here, it's going to be in the trunk, but I have these 2 access panels, so I can mount it to the rear seats and then have the exhaust like go underneath through that plate, and then have the heater go towards the front, because me and the guys, we plan on going winter drifting soon, and the Drift Evo is just about ready. I got it running the other day, and now I have like the intercooler piping done, I have the downpipe done, the hot sides done. I just got to do the exhaust, 1 coolant hose, brakes, and then like fit the interior back in. But yeah, this thing has no heater because it's a drift car. So if I can stick this in the back seat and have the heater go through the underneath and just mount the silencer under the car, it would work. And what's cool about this is actually a 12-volt system. So you either need a car battery or you need a converter somehow. But like if I plug in, so the positive is there, if I plug it in, it turns on. So since it's a 12-volt system, you just plug it to, you make like a relay, flick a switch, thing turns on, and then it comes with this nifty remote, which I don't know if it has batteries in it. Probably does. Oh yeah, it does. Just turn it on.
Start heating.
Oh, it even talks to you. Well, I mean, there's no diesel in it right now, so I doubt it would start. And then just hold off.
Stop heating.
Oh, stop heating.
Thanks for using. I wish you a safe journey.
Oh, thank you. That's funny. So that's my plan. And you can mount this either left or right, because they have these like cutouts and it will tell you how much diesel is left in the tank. So you see in the beginning, I showed you exactly how to like pull this off. Because some people, what they do is they don't get the. Some people, what they do is they don't get this model. You gotta take the cap off, and then you could pull the cover, take it to the side to expose the insides. So this is your diesel tank. They do sell, I believe, this separately. So this is just bolted underneath with a couple of 6mm bolts, M6 I believe. So you can buy just the heater and then have like a separate reservoir, but like this is already all integrated. I don't know why you wouldn't want to run this. This is pretty cool. It even has like I don't know what that is. So the casing is really flimsy and it's just like thin metal, but I mean that makes it super light. And what people normally use these for are for like RVs, or if you're sleeping in a tent. So if you're sleeping in a tent, you're going RVing. I even thought this would be a perfect thing because when I go drifting, we'll go outside, I'll show you. Wow, it's actually starting to snow. So this would be really perfect for like my enclosed trailer, which is a 20 by 8.5 or whatever. I have the race car in. So when I go to the racetrack, I get to the track the night before or something, pull out the race car, put up the 10 by 10 and then sleep in the trailer. But it has no insulation, right? It's just like really thin aluminum wall with like closed in, I don't know what you call it, like aspenite? No, not aspenite. Anyways, like exposed roof, right? So you can just imagine how cold it gets when it's in the spring or in the fall. So what I was thinking is, if this is really good, so this is what I was thinking, if it was really good, I would cut a little hole here, or in the front actually, probably in the front so I wouldn't have to take it in and out. So you cut a hole in the ground, you pass the exhaust underneath, and so then you have the exhaust going underneath the trailer, and you have the trailer being heated up. And I'd have to plug it to the light system that's plugged to the truck to get that 12 volts, and just have it on for like an hour before going to bed, heat it up. If it gets cold in the night, heat it up again. And I'd have to add a monoxide poisoning sensor like on the roof somewhere, just to make sure like no exhaust fumes are getting inside the trailer, because you don't want to die of monoxide poisoning. Ooh, it's really starting to snow. It's perfect. Perfect little video here. Excellent. Wow. See, this is what I meant. This normally would have the provisions for where the fuel, this top hat and then that top hat there. So with no fuel tank underneath, it's safe to just run your exhaust down. It is touching the panel, so I would probably have to raise it just a bit, make a little razor, but I do have space with the roll cage, which is cool. So what's funny is, and then you make a plate so it like, with heat tape, like I'll probably do heat tape and then make it so it can come in and out pretty easily. But that looks like it's gonna be, it's gonna be a winner right there. And then you have the vent there in the front. What I could do is I can have my little brother or GS or Sebastian print out a 3D printed that's resistant to heat splitter. So I bring this up and then you have like two vents, one going to the passenger, one going to the driver. Because if I bring out, all right, so you got the little heater thing, you can actually extend that thing. So I'd probably bring it closer to the front, like not next to the shifter, but maybe like bring it up and then turn it and just have it shooting towards the front of the cabin. But regardless, like that would work, and that's hilarious and I love it. Wow. Alright, so I have everything hooked up, and I have the exhaust going just underneath the garage door. I clicked plus as much as I could on this, so it's 36 auto. Let's see, is there anything else I can do on this? Some cold air coming out of there, that's for sure. Off, nope.
Stop heating.
Nope, nope, nope.
Thanks.
On.
Start heating.
Okay, well, I'll let it do its thing and see, come back to it in a couple of minutes, I guess.
Supply voltage overrun. Supply voltage overrun.
I think this battery is toast. Alright, let's get the dead battery out of the drift car and see if it does any better. Okay, so let's try that again with a different battery. That battery was in my lawnmower this summer, and I had to boost it every single time I wanted to mow my lawn, so I guess that battery's dead. This one's out of the drift car. It's not much better. I do have to charge it before every event, but during the event it starts my car every time. It hasn't been charged in a while, so we'll see if it still does the power supply. Does it say overload or override or something? I don't remember. Oh, it started doing this with the other battery and then it shut off. This is basically priming the air, I believe, or taking the air out of the fuel lines. I think it says like it takes up to 3 to 5 minutes or something to start up. So we'll see. Oh, I think the motor just turned on. Oh yeah, the motor definitely did just kick on with the fan. Came a lot faster. Well, that's a good sign. Let's go outside and see if the exhaust is pushing anything. Oh, I can definitely smell the diesel. Oh yeah, hot air is coming out of that thing for sure. We'll get the silencer and see if it makes a big difference. Oh yeah, definitely makes a little less noise. Let's go outside and see if it's oh yeah, I can definitely feel the air starting to get warm. Huh. It's pretty cool. Definitely stinks of like a new product, new heater. You know, like when you haven't turned your baseboard heaters on for a while. So it's been 15 minutes, it's running. The exhaust already started changing color. But it's definitely blowing a lot of hot air. This might actually be really good for my garage. Like, no joke. It's already like a lot better in here. Like I said, probably that heater would be good if it was mounted to the floor. Because heat rises, so having this on the floor right now, like, it's nice in here. I could definitely work on my car, like, it's not super cold out today. It's like, yeah, it's 3 Celsius right now. But it's definitely tolerable in here. I'm only in like a small sweater. This thing, pushing some hot air. So I just put the heater pipe and it's pointing straight to my feet and it's super warm. One thing I was worried about, and I just tested it, was a lot of heaters, not diesel heaters in general, just like normal like electric heaters, have a rollover valve, and this one definitely does not. From what I can see, it doesn't shut off. So maybe they designed it because it's supposed to be in a car, and you bolt it down. But I'm pretty glad, because I was afraid of like the G's of going side to side in the car, that the heater would shut off. But no, you're gonna be good. So I'm gonna let it run for like another, I don't know, 30 minutes. Like, it really stinks of like brand new heater. I think my garage door was maybe touching. Maybe that's what smells. But yeah, so far so good. On this side, oh, you can actually see the fuel coming down. All right, so it's been heating for an hour and 27 minutes. It's not toasty, but it's like super tolerable. Again, this isn't supposed to heat up the size of my garage, which is a 20 by 22 or 22 by 22, something like that. And the garage door is a bit open because I have the exhaust just going underneath the garage door, but it's definitely like tolerable in here. I could definitely work without a Toucan. The one thing I would have to say is, like, it's not really loud at all. The ticking kind of, like, it's whatever. I'm pretty sure that's just like the injector pulsing the diesel, right? So before getting this, I had no idea what a like diesel heater or anything, what it would do, how it would act. I didn't know that you would need a 12-volt source. So I think that's one thing I need to get, is a 120 to 12 volt. Then I could keep it like permanently in the garage. So having it in the car is going to be super easy. It's 12-volt system, so you just send a relay to the 12-volt, flick it with a switch, turns on, you're good to go. Basically, this heater's 8 kilowatt rated 12-volt application is 200 to like 270 square feet. So this garage is about 450 square feet. So that's like double what this thing should be providing, and having it actually heated up a bit, it's actually pretty good. So they say it's better for like a boat or a cabin or like a camper van or something like that, 7-seater van. So I just calculated my trailer is 170 square feet. So having it inside the trailer heated up for like an hour would be actually really hot. So I think like this would be ideal for my enclosed trailer. If I want to have it heated up during the winter, I just have to deal with the putting the exhaust through the floor, which isn't a big deal at all. I just don't know if I'm ready to commit to that, because it's a brand new 20-foot all aluminum enclosed trailer. I don't know if I want to cut a hole in the floor. So with the phone controller, so basically an app, distance up to almost 100 feet. So you can be like inside your house, start up the heater in the garage or in the trailer or whatever. That's pretty cool. So it automatically adjusts for altitude differences. That's pretty cool. It's definitely a low energy consumption thing. Like, it's been running for an hour and a half, and I don't think the level of the diesel has gone down at all. So I wonder how long this thing can last for. Pretty long, actually. So I'm gonna give it a big thumbs up for a product. I had no idea what a diesel heater was before actually looking into it and getting this one and seeing how it works and everything. Setting it up was super easy. It's really just positive, negative, turn on and up to heat, down to make it less heat. You got to be aware that it's a 12-volt system, so you can't just plug it into the wall. So a couple things I don't like about it, but I mean it's not really a big deal, is the exhaust. The exhaust goes, it can't go like a sharp 90. It has to like gradually go, and like you can't get the bend far enough to have the module on the floor. It is super lightweight. It's cheap on fuel. It's relatively quiet, like other than the ticking. With the ticking, I believe, is the injector shooting fuel. The fan shoots air out the front pretty good, actually. Honestly, this is more like a first test, like my first initial thoughts on the machine. Once the Evo's up and running and I have snow outside and we can actually go winter drifting on the lake, then and it's in the car, then that'll be the real test, I think. So this is more like a first impressions video. So far everything's good. If you want, down in the description there's a affiliate link to bring you to the website. I think it gives you a little rebate too, I'm not sure. Everything will be written in the description. All I know is that so far I give it a thumbs up, and I can't wait to use it inside the car. Oh, one of the things that was super awesome is that I was expecting it like a month or like 2 weeks or something. It was at my house in like 2 days, which is like ridiculous. Also, like the smell I was complaining about at the beginning, it's totally gone. There's no more like electrical smell. So I think that's like a baseboard heater. When you heat it up for the first time in a year, it takes a while for the smell to go away, but no more smell. Just hot air coming in. Yeah, I mean, it works, right? The only thing is I'll have to find a 12 volt to 120 volt wall if I want to keep this in the garage. In the car, no problem. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video and found some of this information useful. I give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the lake with the diesel heater inside the car. In the next month or so, there should be some snow coming, and then hopefully like January-ish, the lakes will start to freeze up. We're supposed to have a pretty intense winter this year, so let's hope that it's not too much snow, but it's cold so we can go drifting on the ice. I still need to get studded tires for this thing and get the drive shaft shortened, exhaust put on, one coolant line, and then yeah, send it. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Boss man.